You're watching What's Hot on CNBC TV 18. The world's largest democracy will soon begin the process of electing its new government. So on What's Hot tonight, we ask, what does India Inc. expect from the country's political class and the electoral process? Joining us tonight on the show is Infosys co-chairman Nandan Nilekani. Nandan, many thanks for joining us. Elections around the corner. What do these elections really mean for corporate India, especially the fact that they come at a time when the country is facing a considerable slowdown?
Well, I think this is a very critical election, both for corporate India as well as for the country. We are facing this global economic crisis, and clearly we need the elections to get over and a government to be formed, because the economic recovery is going to be the #1 challenge for the new government. It also means that this is the time when we have to implement all the reforms that we have not yet been able to do. So I think this election is very important, both for corporate India as well as for the people of India.
But Nandan, in terms of pushing through reforms, at least at the point of time, does it look like that we're going to have an even weaker combination at the centre? And if that happens, are you hopeful that a lot of these reforms will actually go through?
I think provided we position these reforms as those that provide access to our young people, access to jobs, access to education, access to infrastructure. I think once we see that as something which is for the people, to give them an opportunity of once in a lifetime to do something with their lives, then I think it's eminently possible, even if we have a coalition.
Okay, Nandan, we don't have any of the manifestos out yet, but what do you actually see as being the key political issues going into these elections? What is it going to be about?
I think it's going to be about the economy. It's going to be about jobs. We had a run of job creation thanks to the global economic bubble, and now we are seeing a lot of concern and anxiety. And I think economy, jobs, unemployment, these are going to be the key issues in this election.
And then we're seeing emergence of more and more local players, and at this point in time, there looks like the third front is getting even more stronger, or at least even more realistic. How do you think that is going to change the equations at the centre?
Well, I think, I really don't know. It's very unpredictable. But I think whatever be the government which forms, I think coming to an agreement on a core set of principles, that we need to leverage our demographic dividend, we need to create jobs, we need to create internal reforms, we need to take advantage of globalization. I think this is something we should all agree upon, because this is too big an opportunity for us to miss.
Right. You were pointing out, Nandan, that this is really a big opportunity and one that we should not miss. Given that scenario now, how should corporate India find a voice in this political process? How do you actually see corporate India engaging with the political class?
Well, I think right now everybody is preoccupied with the elections, but I think once a government is formed, I think we need to quickly get down to preparing a plan for the next 5 years, which involves corporate India as well as everybody else, because this is really a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that as a country we have to make a difference.